Good evening, guys. It is 5:30 p.m., which means it's time for gist, banter, all that is trending and exclusive on social media. You're watching Afia TV official on Afia TV. My name is Favor Obinyaluba, your official gist buddy, and today we have quite a number of trends lined up for you. But of course, most times, I will not say I never do this alone because things have been happening. Most times I'm always here with a guest, and today I have with me the beautiful lady in black, Uwaneme Precious Ijoma. How are you doing? Good evening.
Good evening. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm fine. We're not over your surname yet. If that's what if you were thinking that we are over it, we're not over your surname yet.
Of course we should.
Uwaneme. I mean, that's the theme of this administration. Uwaneme. So Uwaneme, because me most times I translate things literally.
Okay.
So before I say the literal translation, I think it is what does it mean? If it has like a deeper meaning on a deeper surface, on a deeper level rather.
Okay. It actually have a deeper meaning on a deeper level.
So I want to come from. Because if I say what I know Uwaneme is,
it's actually what you're thinking though, but I think I would still chip in some things.
Okay.
So Uwaneme basically is an Igbo name. It was given to us by our great grandfather. Because my family as a whole now doesn't answer the name. I'm the only person answering this Uwaneme.
Only you?
Yes.
Why did you still choose to?
So
okay.
I choose to because of some circumstances anyway, but I'll still get there. But the point is, what it actually means is not Uwaneme. I'm using Enugu tongue to pronounce the name.
Okay.
But if it is in my dialect, it is Uwaneme.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not even N, it's L. Uwaneme.
Okay. So what does it now mean in your dialect?
It actually meant that. Okay. Should I use it and explain it?
Anyone.
Okay, fine. It actually means that Owa, just now, Tuare, up and down, it can actually lead you to a good space and it will take you back to somewhere if you're not careful. So if you're careless about your life, the way you live your life, you get yourself into trouble or get yourself into good faith, depending. So basically, that's what it means.
So basically, Uwaneme. Okay. Life is still happen. So Uwaneme, synonyms Uwaneme Ntwari.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. But I love your surnames. I love surnames a lot. And wait, so maybe it's a bit personal, but like the fact that you're the only person choosing to like continue to like bear this surname. Like
yes.
you just what's the surname of your other family members? Is it like an English surname?
No, Igbo,
but you just like Uwaneme. What's their surname?
They are currently answering Ezigbo.
Ezigbo.
Yes.
I prefer Uwaneme, to be fair, actually.
Even me, I think I do because some things happened when I was growing up. Yeah, so at some point I decided to stick with the name, even when I got to find out that they've changed.
They've changed it.
Yeah, so I decided to keep to the name because I always believe in something good happening to me regardless
of
yeah. So and after everything that happened, I always believe that at the end of that tunnel there's always light.
True.
So that's why I stick
with
to
this
the name.
electricity tariff. Are you in Bande? Okay.
It doesn't have to be with the electricity.
It's because light at the end of the tunnel is band.
But actually, they have to put lights for end of the tunnel.
Like, in this economy, there are two things. If you afford the lights before you reach tunnel, the light don't finish.
I go use lantern.
Use torch.
Better.
Use torch. That's the best one for you. Just charge your phone. Use torch to the end of the tunnel.
Exactly.
All right. Before I continue now, a lot of people, there's this particular thing that I've been seeing on social media where some Igbo people change their surnames to English surnames, probably because of maybe curses or things that happen in their ancestry.
Yeah, that's actually bring me back to where I said some things happened and I decided to stick with the name regardless because I think every other person is not seeing the aspect I'm seeing the name. But because of my own understanding to things, I don't always see things where it is bad. Even if somebody is very dark, I'll still see that brightness in that person.
So this administration, I are seeing the good in it.
Exactly.
Because it favor you and your family.
It might not favor me and my family, but I still hope that it will favor me and favor other people.
Okay, not the other. Okay, well, your own is broad. Like why?
Yeah, it's not just me.
Not just your family.
No.
You're not stingy with your own.
No.
Anyway, let's go to the first trend we have today. And somebody made an observation and said, in the southeast, all we do is consume. There's no single biscuits production company in the entire Igbo land. Everything you eat comes from either Lagos or Ogun State. When are we going to start producing what we eat? Bikonu, Odurokwama, Igbo. So now there are comments. What we eat is not only biscuits, sir. In as much as I believe Southeast needs to do more in terms of production, it's important to be careful how we phrase our so-called statements of fact. And some of our brothers are the producers. I feel that closeness to raw materials of production is affecting us. If we use imported materials, it will come from Lagos. If we use agricultural raw materials for production, it will come from North and West because we don't really farm much. Maybe raw materials factor. There are so many biscuit companies in Anambra State. Go to YouTube and see yourself. How many companies have you attracted? Or how much have you invested in Southeast? That's the question all of us should ask ourselves. Zubi's Biscuits is in Anambra. They're the producers of Zubi's cheese balls too. I don't know what happened to you, or maybe the original owner grew this page and sold it to Anafonja. But there are several biscuits and noodles factories on Icha alone, e.g. Tummy Noodles. As you know, they travel, you know they read too. Nobody's holding you from setting up one in Southeast. It's a big shame that all of you are attacking him for stating what he thinks instead of presenting your own facts and evidence. Ali Igbo is crying for development and productivity. Self-denial will not help us. There is no jobs in the Southeast, zero. There are biscuit companies in Anambra. However, Anambra is currently under siege by touts and community boys extorting vehicles, carrying produce and people. I mean, like, I think I should go first. Personally, I don't think that a particular region should produce everything. I'm sorry. As my own, I don't think a particular region should produce everything because it's like it's one part of a whole. You know, the hand will not do what the eye is supposed to do.
Exactly.
Do you understand? And I'm not going to lie, the Southeast is producing it. Aba alone is producing a lot of things. They're producing a lot of things that we are importing to outside the country and other parts of Nigeria. Do you understand? So I don't think that we should produce everything. And even in as much we are still producing things, some of our brothers or some of the Igbo people are the ones that have these factories in other parts of Nigeria. Exactly. So personally, I don't think we should produce everything. I mean, what's your take?
Well, just like you said, that there are still some companies producing biscuits, just like Zubi's. And I think I come across something with FMCG production company that produces biscuit as well. And this was called One Shot Bread Company as well. A short biscuits company as well in Ugeli. So sorry if I didn't. Yeah. So I think, what are they if they're not producing biscuits? And I think this particular biscuits are even like, it's not like he's just one city or maybe one state that knows about the biscuit. Like this shortbread that we are talking about, this Zubis as well. People know about them. So does it mean that this person actually don't read across? Just like somebody said, as so you know, like, they travel, you know, they read.
You just want to make observation.
So, is it that the person doesn't read, or because there are still companies? And again, you say something like, somebody should not do what the eye is supposed to do, the hand shouldn't do it. In Igbo language, they usually say that nekele oreke. So, if it gets to that part where Igbos should stick to their ground and do this thing and produce something, I think they shouldn't take chances, which Aba is not doing because Aba is producing a whole lot of
Aba is producing,
so if they are not going to venture into biscuits, then I think they should let them
I personally, I feel like this work is, like you said, I completely agree with it. Then I don't think there is any other place in Nigeria that is producing the way that Aba is producing, the level, the magnitude, the quality that Aba is producing.
I don't think
so. You understand?
I don't think so because
Aba exports to other states and even outside the country.
Exactly.
So it's if you now start saying, okay, yes, it's good for every state to or every region should have one, but then if Aba people start focusing on producing biscuits, Ogun State people are already doing it well. And I'm not saying that it's bad if we start to do it. We're already doing it, but like I said, everything is divided. If we are getting this from here, we're getting this from here, we're getting this from here. Let the whole region just be balanced.
Exactly.
And I think we're doing fairly good in the Southeast. So I don't agree with this.
Yeah.
Now let's move to the next trend. And now the next trend is something that we used to start the show yesterday. So if you watch Afia TV official yesterday, you definitely know what I am talking about. And it is chosen. I am a chosen. Who are you? So we've been hearing chosen jokes, and the fun thing about it, chosen jokes, it came back online on social media this week over the weekend, but we've seen a couple of I'm a chosen, who are you videos quite a number of times. I think the first one that really got our attention was the I'm a chosen, who are you, when a Yahoo boy was trying to prank a woman and everything. And I particularly did not like that video because for personal reasons. But now people are saying different things. People are saying, you that is laughing at I'm a chosen joke. When your daddy Gio touched a map and said Russia and Ukraine should not fight again, we didn't laugh. When your daddy Gio said that 5G is Antichrist, we didn't laugh. When your daddy Gio commanded dollar to fall down, we didn't laugh. So everybody is saying everybody's daddy Gio has done things. We've seen things happen, So, and if you're saying that, okay, chosen jokes are scripted, when your daddy Gio also, people are giving examples of different testimonies that happen in different churches. So if you're saying that, chosen jokes are their own is too much or their own is not too much, then are you trying to now dispute the one that happened in your church? And then believers are also saying that believers are saying that if you as a believer, you should also be careful of how you're making fun of these jokes or how you're laughing at it, because it's not just it is a joke, or it's if you're laughing at chosen jokes or the chosen ministry, if you're laughing at the ministry, then you're laughing at the body of Christ generally. Okay. These are the arguments. So people are saying Abego is just cruzo, it's nothing serious. Other people are saying, you shouldn't laugh about it, you should be very careful and whatnot. But before we go into the comment, let's take a look. I have like a couple of chosen testimonies so we can hear and see what we think about it. Okay.
Something enter my back, lifted me up. He carried me like a aeroplane from now to maybe Shariro Express there. When he reached there, he dropped me. When he dropped me, I tried to look something that carried me. When I look, it was lion.
It was what?
Lion.
Lion. Hey.
So when the lion dropped me, the place was very narrow, very tight. He now raised one of his hand up. He said, I should go like this. When I go, he said, bye-bye. Before you know it, something entered my back, lifted me up. He carried me like a aeroplane from...
Here, pastor ministered, and a man that was in prison in faraway Spain, and pastor released the prisoners. And then the following Sunday, the sister that was in the fellowship that day came and said that Sunday, when pastor was ministering, that the computer in the prison yard in Spain, all of them started blinking and shouting, release Tobias, release Tobias, release Tobias. And then the prison official came in and said, who is Tobias? And he came forth.
Wow, who is Tobias? And he came forward. These are just a couple of the testimonies that we've seen from the chosen ministries. Even though the Daddy Gio has come out and said that these are not fake, they've put out a circular and said these are not fake testimonies, and people should stop laughing at it and all of that. People are also saying it's also double standards. If you laugh at, if you say we should not laugh at chosen, but we're laughing at Odumeje, it's a lot.
Why are we being biased in this country? Because I think even the Bible says something like, my people suffer because of lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
So is it that we are so dumb in this country that we don't know when something is real and when it's fake? How would you tell me that a lion carried you, dropped you, turn and tell you bye-bye? I don't understand. Like, does it even sound normal? Does it sound like...
But that's why they call it that's why it's called the supernatural. And another thing is one thing I truly believe. Why I think, most times when you hear these things, it doesn't make sense until it happens to you. One. And number two, I feel like most times these things, they happen to you with your sense of reasoning. So for him, that's what what happened to him? Like maybe they had to use a lion thing because that's what he will understand when he wants to testify. You know, there are just different ways that these things happen to different people.
Well, at some point, I feel like these are dreams. Because anything can happen in a dream, and then you come out to come and testify. Maybe they didn't capture the full part of the gist.
Very
it was just
well,
that.
yeah.
But on a second note, I think it should be used as cruise. I don't want to be so serious about this whole thing. Honestly, I don't want to be so serious about this whole thing because basically, we all know this. In fact, I personally laughed at it. It was actually making me laugh out loud.
Then let us not go and laugh and miss our own testimony. Let's not laugh and miss our testimony. Let's take a look at
what
the comments.
What is yours regardless.
True. Believers should be careful how they engage these chosen jokes. Yes, it's funny and many are sketchy, but don't let anybody make light of the supernatural. Ha 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 ha. When I know quick talk now, you mean this clown show, this is peak foolery, has nothing to do with being a believer of the spiritual. People who drop their brains at home before coming to church are the ones who have exposed Christianity to public ridicule. It's time for us as Christians too to start confronting these people and calling them to order. How do they know that the computers in the prison were blinking? You all believe things in the name of spirituality. As Christians, we must know when to draw the line on spiritual things and jokes. Sadly, Christians are the ones championing the chosen jokes. I decided not to talk about or promote it. Since Pastor talked about something like this, I stopped it. I was about to crack a joke and then I saw this. I can't laugh at any of them because I believe in the supernatural like mad, irrespective of what anyone thinks. I want to joke about it too, but I remember the stern warning my spiritual parents gave earlier this year. No matter what, don't make mockery of churches or pastors. Even if it is visible, they are wrong. Let God who called them deal with it. I mean, we'll leave that at that. You know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of, you know. Do you believe in the supernatural?
To an extent.
Sorry. You're not a chosen. Who are you? Who are you?
Shout power.
Power. Identify yourself. Identify yourself.
Calm down.
When I saw you wearing black, I said this girl needs to identify herself.
Okay, I'm supposed to come with a lemon apron.
You're supposed to wear color. You not see my amount thing.
Okay, you're choosing, right?
Who are you? Identify yourself. The God of...
I don't even know what to say.
Let's move to the next story. And now, the final trend that we have today. At this point, if you are a Nigerian, you don't know what Shakain is. I don't even know what to say to you. You can, even if you are not chronically online, like Shakain has, you know, as this year has become one of the most influential. I don't even know whether to call him a content creator, but he does a lot of good. So Ashakain basically started off started his content with, you know, not even taking people out on dates, taking ladies out on dates. You know, he started with all this, so you have 30 minutes to pick something, put in a basket. So he does those kind of content. You have 30 minutes, put something in a basket, you know, people will pick and then you pay for it. And then he started to, you know, take ladies out on like really romantic dates. And then he took guys out to take random strangers, you know, philanthropy, share food stuff, share different things, and, you know, has become one of the most loved Nigerian right now. Exactly. Now, Ashakain went to Jos in collaboration with Octa FX because it's not just him. So Ashakain and Octa FX built a borehole in Jos. Now people are saying different things about it. Other people are like, "Oh my God, congratulations! Oh, this is really good. God bless you." You know, typical Nigerian prayer and everything. Now other people are now looking at it on a deeper level. The deeper level that they're looking at it from is, obviously, this is not something that took one day. So basically, they've been building this thing in secret for a while. Because if they did this, so apparently it was in Ampa in Plateau State Jos. And so he said if it's something that they did like publicly and let everybody know that politicians, the local government chairman, people that are in charge of that area is going to stop him from doing it. And apparently this is like the first borehole that they have in that particular region. They don't have access to good water. So people were, you know, making different observations about it. And somebody made this particular tweet. I think we're going to take a look at that tweet. And he says, "You see that thing Ashakain did? He will get a call soon and he won't do anything similar again. He will go back to his students' content. They will warn him soon. Nigerian politicians are worse than the devil." Let's take a look at some of the comments here. This one says, "Sad reality of that part of the world. You know these people and you know their evils. How loud can we turn these tweets? To me, I would have preferred he did this without the camera, at least this particular one." That is because the poverty in Nigeria is man-made to keep majority of the masses in abject poverty as a tool to manipulate them during elections. Not sure it's that deep since it's clearly an Opta FX project. He's just the proxy. Plus, we've seen people like VDM do boreholes too. They won't do good for the people and still be jealous when others want to do good. Such wickedness. This one says, I totally get you. This reminds me of when someone wanted to do a state road that was bad because his business was on that road. The state government stopped him. He had connections, so he went to the federal government. Then his president, His Excellency, Olusegun Obasanjo was president, and the federal government used his powers and he got the go-ahead. As in, God, please, I pray and I hope he doesn't get that warning call and that his efforts is intensified to put more smiles on the face of people who genuinely need it. Yes, I know you have shared the mind of many Nigerians because of the borehole. I still choose to hope for the best. I mean, what's your take on it?
Well, this actually is a very tight one because I think this country is supposed to be free for everybody. That you're supposed to have your freedom to do some things that you feel like, okay, it's nice.
Yeah.
Since the governments are not doing it for us, why can't we also do it for ourselves? Because I actually know when you said VDM did something, because I noticed when VDM did that, people were also commenting that he's going to get warned not to do something like that again, something like that, yeah. So in this case, if they're warning him, if that place have been there for like quite some time without water, and somebody out of his own good heart then decides to do it, why would they warn him? The government of this country, I don't know, but I think they should do better, honestly, because I think that place, just really, they don't have water. So many things that are lacking in the north, actually, but water is actually a very case study there that you have to like pay attention before you see a state that have good water. So basically, if somebody volunteer, they should allow the person. They should even give the person more accolades to do more, because Nigeria, we need each other.
We really do need each other.
When
I served, I was posted to Plateau State. I was posted to Jos, and Jos is really beautiful. It's such a beautiful place. And I obviously did not get to this part of the region and everything. I was in camp. What's the name of that my campsite again? But one thing I know about Jos is that Jos is really beautiful. It's always very sad when because when you're like say developed, or when you're in popular places in the country, you don't know that there's a life outside of where you are. You think life revolves around Enugu, Lagos, Abuja, Anambra, and that there's people are living in Damaturu. People are living in Jalingo. These states that you see.
There's a state in Nigeria that one of my friends said he went to serve, and when he got there, they have to use boats and cross a river before they should get to their location. I was like, in this Nigeria, and it was happening. He was doing even a live video when he was traveling and the rest. So, along the line, if people want to do something, I think the government should stay on their lane. And there's this thing called lane. They should learn how to maintain it. If they don't want to do it,
the government said it's everybody's lane. Because
if they don't want to do it, they should allow people. They should allow citizens.
Imagine growing up not having access to water, something as basic as water. And it is rumored that the local government chairman, the man in charge of that particular region, just bought a Prada for his daughter.
Imagine. Do you know that in Maslow's hierarchy of need, do you know that the 5 basic things that a human need is water, food, shelter, and the rest of them. So why would a state, a region, doesn't have water? And you are telling me that the government, that means the government
make nothing shall do Ashakain.
Exactly. Exactly. Because at this point, we have to protect him. Anybody that knows how to protect Ashika should do so by all means.
They should let us know.
Honestly,
let us know, because
that guy needs more shoulders to stand on, because he's really doing so many things that even the government should have been doing. Carrying people who need help in school to go and help them outside is the work of the government. They are supposed to be the one to do it. He goes out of his own will to do it carelessly and carefully. He does it without even asking for anything. And somebody is telling me that, government should sit down. No? Just like
one thing that the government should know is that we're an ementuary. So government should not just stop.
Okay, we are heading back to that.
Government should remember that what goes around comes around. Whatever good you are doing, too. If you are doing bad, it too. So we're an ementuary, so government should be very careful.
Sorry, indeed.
We are out of time. We're already out of time. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Waneme Ijoma Precious for joining me today. Waneme is a journalist and a nurse.
A student nurse.
A student nurse. So what year are you in?
I'm just in year 1.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. I wanted to discourage you because that's what I usually do. I discourage students, but
you don't even have to. Nobody. Nobody will. I've gotten lots of discouragement from even my friends, my family, everybody.
But you will prevail. Let me now be the encourager. You will prevail. Don't worry.
You don't need to anyway. But thank you, regardless.
Wow. After my encouragement.
It's because you are just the first person, so I'm not used to that.
Yeah, are you serious? Don't worry, we'll talk about it off air, right? We're already done with the show, but yes, of course, this is Waneme Precious Ijoma, who's a journalist and a student nurse. Thank you so much, guys, for watching Afia TV Official today. Remember that Afia TV Official airs every weekday, 5:30 to 6 p.m. only on Afia TV. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, and for YouTube, it is Afia Entertainment. My name is Favor Obinyaluba. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.